You notice the Great Hunt never sends us anywhere nice? The Empire's been fighting for control of Balmora for years. Death tolls in the high 7 figures.
How is there anything left to fight over?
The weapons factories are built to withstand attack. The people aren't. Let's see what Krista has to say about our job here. It's starting the holo now.
Welcome to Balmora, Hunter. Your target is the right impressive Admiral Iverness. They call him Admiral Untouchable. Spends all his time on a fancy flagship surrounded by armed soldiers. Can't kill what you can't touch, Hunter. You gotta lure Admiral Iverness off his flying fortress and down to Balmora. To make things even more interesting, no friendly contacts here. You gotta figure this out yourself. And don't forget, the job ain't done till you're the only hunter left standing. Good luck.
Mako, get me everything you can find on Admiral Iverness.
Already on it. Logging into the Imperial network now. He's a war hero, all right. Actually won some battles against the Mandalorians. Wonder if that's how he got on the list. This is interesting. Turns out one of the Admiral's toadies is in the market for a bounty hunter.
Let's get every piece of information on them you can pull down.
The job listing contact is Lieutenant Major Pirel. And get this, discretion is of the utmost importance. Whatever this is, Pirel wants it secret.
Let's apply for a job and see if we can't work our way up to the Admiral.
Lieutenant Major Pirel's office is at the Imperial base in Sobrik. Let's go impress him and see where it leads.
You there! Bounty hunter! We want to work with you!
Take a number and get in line.
You see this blaster? It means we get to jump to the front of the line.
We've come to collect a debt from you, and we expect payment in full. We Corellians are very particular about our debts.
You killed our brother Vex, you pile of scum! You got anything to say for yourself?
Take off before you regret it.
We're not afraid of you, and neither was Vex. He was the galaxy's best gunfighter.
He was that Corellian bank robber on Hutter, right? The fast draw guy.
You couldn't take him in a stand-up fight, so you shot him in the back. Now you're going to pay the price.
The name Taro Blood ring a bell? He told us how you slaughtered Vex and then killed the old man, Brayden, when he discovered your crime.
Brayden? I can't believe even Taro would stoop that low.
This pair of Corellians are nothing but Taro's pawns.
Enough, let's fry the scum and be done with it.
You're dead!
Welcome to Balmora. Hope you're ready for a war. Captain Rigel, Imperial Conquest Consolidation Corps. When the Empire invades, we're the ones who seal the deal. Don't suppose you're aware of the situation here on Balmora?
I've been briefed, but I could use more details.
It's war, bloody and limitless. The Empire invaded Balmora in the last war, but we've been spinning our wheels in the mud ever since. Resistance fighters think they can drive the Empire off Balmora. We're here to prove them wrong.
What does this have to do with me?
We want the best Sith agents and guns for hire in the galaxy to put this war down once and for all. The Balmoran government in exile, backed by Minister of Defense Vol Argen, is giving us fits, backing a strong faction of the Resistance. The Minister is safely off-planet, but if we break his allies here, we break him. We break him, we break the Resistance.
Why doesn't Imperial Intelligence just have him assassinated?
Yeah, I get your thinking. Cut off the head and kill the body, except Resistance movements aren't organisms, exactly. If we took out Argen, it'd be big, but as long as his power base stands, some other idealist is bound to step in. That's why we need to take everything out. Do we have the privilege of your support?
I won't turn down good work.
A fighter and a businessman. Have it your way. My second-in-command, Lieutenant Davril, is masterminding Phase 1 of what we like to call Operation Breaking Point. You'll find him in Sobrik. He's got plans to blow the Balmoran Resistance sky high. I think you'll like them.
I hope they don't have to use those guns while we're here.
welcome to the office of Lieutenant Major Perel. I am ODX-9. How may I be of assistance?
Perel sent for me, didn't he tell you?
That's odd. I have no record of an appointment in my scheduling databanks. If I may inquire, with whom do I have the pleasure of speaking?
Just announce me to the Lieutenant Major already.
My sincerest apologies, but the Lieutenant Major is currently in a meeting and cannot be disturbed. Thank you for visiting Lieutenant Major Perel's office. Have a pleasant day.
You're dead, fella.
What was that racket? ODX! ODX, answer me, you worthless piece of junk! Who's out there?
I got your encoded request, Perel.
What encoded request? What are you talking about? Ah, of course. I understand. Give me a moment to unlock the door.
Perel's our only connection to Admiral Iverness, so let's make the Lieutenant Major a very satisfied customer.
My apologies for the poor welcome. I never informed that idiot droid I was hiring a bounty hunter. I'm assistant to the naval attaché of the governor of Balmora. I specialize in intelligence gathering.
Master is wise and powerful.
This is Mergier, an amusing gift from a friend on Drummond Cass. What she lacks in intelligence, she makes up for in entertainment value. Let's get down to business, shall we? My superior, Colonel Sartius, is an incompetent fool. I toil in his shadow, though his job should rightfully be mine.
I kill him, you get a promotion.
If only it were that simple. Unfortunately, my superior is popular with the right people. But what's most infuriating is that Colonel Sartius has the full confidence of Admiral Iverness. Colonel Sartius remains in power because he excels at hiding his gross incompetence from the Admiral. But we are going to tear down that facade.
The Colonel loses his job, Admiral Iverness comes here and gives you a promotion.
We're going to work well together. I can tell. I want you to create problems for Colonel Sartius. Problems I'm confident he can't deal with. Your missions will involve plenty of mayhem and destruction. And the pay is quite generous. Interested?
Generous pay is my favorite term.
Excellent. We speak the same language, then. Your first target is the Okara droid factory. Before the Empire invaded Balmora, we sabotaged the facility, turning the droids into crazed killing machines. Colonel Sartius is very close to deciphering the facility's control codes. If he does, it will bring the droids fully under the Empire's control. The Colonel cannot be allowed such a victory. I sent a data slicer to enter a code-scrambling virus into the facility's computer system.
Very sneaky, Lieutenant Major.
Yes, I was rather proud of that plan myself. Unfortunately, it didn't work. The security team escorting the slicer was killed by the facility's droids. Now the slicer is trapped inside. The slicer refuses to input the virus until I send a rescue team. I'm sending you. The slicer's name is Zalia. Force her to input the virus into the system. Then eliminate her. No loose ends. We'll have more business to discuss when you return.
I heard Captain Rigel was sending someone my way. Pleased to meet you. The battle for Balmora can only be won with blood, sweat, and tears. Our sweat, their blood and tears. The government in exile, the resistance, cowards. We're going to bury them in their little hidey holes.
Where do I come in?
The old government's sending generators to the resistance, powering their artillery. The resistance has given pardons to Balmora's worst killers in exchange for a little guard duty. Phase 1 of Operation Breaking Point is to destroy those generators and put those killers to sleep. You in?
I can spare a minute.
You find the time. You rain death. The generators are in the Nibre warehouse. If you can blow them to pieces, you'll show the Balmoran resistance it takes more than cold-blooded killers to stop the Empire.
Well, what have we here? Let me take a look at you. You're one of Keeper's girls, eh? I'm glad he finally sent someone. Pity it took a disaster to get headquarters' attention.
You're talking about the attack on Drummond Cars.
Disaster's the only word for it. Thousands dead, a Dark Council member assassinated. Hard to believe the Empire's come to this. But here, I'm being a poor host. Have a drink. Settle in after your trip. This shop doesn't look like much, but it's secure.
Let's get to the point.
You're reminding me of Keeper already. Very well. This terror cell you're after, worse than the Republic, homegrown. They used bombings and sabotage to show their distaste for Imperial rule. Punishing the civilian population doesn't seem to deter them, but if we can take out the local leader, the cell should fall apart.
What makes you so sure?
Experience, Agent. Experience and age. The terrorists call the man in charge Grey Star. He runs the cell, gives the orders, and knows all the secrets. They claim Grey Star used to work with the Eagle, but who can be sure? Only the high-ranking cell members know Grey Star's identity.
Do you have any theories about Grey Star?
I don't need more theories, I need proof. I have a mole inside the terrorist cell already. He's a good lad. No cipher, though. He can bring you in. You'd have the opportunity to impress the terrorists, win their trust.
You expect me to pose as a terrorist?
Isn't that what cipher agents do? Sanju Pine, my operative, can introduce you to the terrorist recruiters at the Troida military workshop outside the safe zone. But be careful how you present yourself. If the terrorists suspect you're Imperial, you'll lose Grey Star. And your lives.